Well, we are back with another segment of Mayor's Minute with West Monroe Mayor Staci Mitchell. And of course, she's here to talk about all kinds of fun events happening in the city, but also some really important updates. So thank you so much for joining me here this morning.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So starting out strong with capital outlay, you know, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering if there's any update with that. So why don't we go ahead and start?
Sure. Well, capital outlay are the kind of the discretionary money that our state legislators have through the legislative session, and all of our local governments are always putting in for requests. So we've got some good street projects in, we've got some drainage projects, sewer and water, so all good critical infrastructure. That's what we always, the city of West Monroe, try to use our capital outlay requests for, is making sure that we are working to not only improve our infrastructure, but add capacity for growth as well, because we know that it's an exciting time here in Northeast Louisiana.
Absolutely. It's definitely something that's super important that affects a lot of people. So great things to know about. And so Lake Latigo, that's something that or Latigo.
Latigo, that's right.
I'm always messing up the pronunciation of that, but that's something that I was really curious to hear about, and I didn't really know much about. So why don't we go ahead?
Well, Lake Latigo are the short-term rental cabins that are being built here right across the street from the TV station behind the Ike Hamilton. And they are here because of the increased sports tourism and the increased number of people in our community needing hotel rooms and cabins and places to stay because of the West Monroe Sports and Events Center. So the investment that was made with the West Monroe Sports and Events Center is paying off tremendously by creating more economic development. We've got the Residence Inn, has a 108-room hotel that's coming right next door. These Lake Latigo cabins are coming. They'll open, actually parts of them will start opening pretty soon. There's another development here behind the TV station that's because of that, as well as some other planned developments. So these type of things create more sales tax revenue, and that just keeps the city residents of West Monroe and the businesses by paying the lowest property taxes in the parish. So we're always excited when we see growth like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely something super amazing for the city. And speaking of the West Monroe Sports and Events Center, that's something that a lot of people can go to, with the cold weather and just go inside and enjoy that. Why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, the West Monroe Sports and Events Center was built for sports tourism, and that's its job. Bring people in. In fact, this past year, year and a half, it saw over 600,000 visitors. Oh, wow. But we are so lucky that we are getting to enjoy, the locals get to enjoy this facility during the week when it's not booked with tournaments. So we just had 440 youth sign up to play basketball in that facility. So that's awesome for our youth basketball league. But anyone can go in if it's a little chilly outside and you want to go walk. Anyone can go in. I think it's $1, and you can go in and walk, and it's about a quarter mile upstairs. Great environment to go walk in. So whether it's hot outside or cold outside, you can go and have a good place. There's court rentals, lots of fun things, in that facility.
Absolutely. So definitely keep that in mind. Hot or cold weather.
Hot or cold.
I know we might be far from some hot weather now, but it's still good to keep in mind. So speaking of the cold weather, something that everybody's excited for is the holidays here in West Monroe. So why don't we go through some events that are happening for that?
Sure. Well, of course, we've got Thanksgiving, but right after Thanksgiving, and really all starting about that time, are all the holiday events. And we're lucky because there's so many different organizations that are doing these events, hosting these events. The city may work with them, but it's true volunteers and other organizations that are creating place and community attachment in our community. So we have things like the Merchants Association downtown's doing the Champagne Stroll, I think on November 18th. We have Shop Small Saturday right after Thanksgiving. There's the Christmas lights at Caroli. There's the Land of Lights that Discover Monroe West Monroe does. There's movies. There's concerts at the park. There's all types of things. And so I've got them here on my phone, but I won't pull it and look. I'll just tell everybody, go to the City of West Monroe Facebook page, Downtown West Monroe Facebook page, West Monroe Parks and Rec Facebook page. All these different pages have all these events, and I promise you, you will not have a shortage of things to do.
Oh, no ma'am, not at all. So definitely keep that in mind. Like she said, lots of different things to keep up with that you definitely want to check out. Well, Miss Staci, thank you so much for joining me here this morning and all the time, just keeping everybody updated on what's happening. So thank you so much.
It's always good to be here.
Yes, ma'am, it sure is.